Hello, Namaste. Welcome to this podcast. Today's question or today's theme is the question and answer game. Where do all the questions come from and the answers? Um, in nowadays spiritual world, as far as something like this exists, it is very common that many people ask many questions to teacher people, master people. Some of them may be really masterful and try to achieve happiness, inner peace, awakening through these answers. Well, if you have been listening into questions and answers of this world, of this scene, you may have come across advice like it cannot be said, it doesn't fit into words, the truth cannot be spoken, and that's all true. And yet here we are with all these questions and then the answers. And have you ever looked, where do the questions really come from? They come out of tensions, they come out of a consciousness that somehow says something is not all right the way it is. Something needs to be different. But how am I going to make it different? So the thing with the questions and the answers is that sometimes answers that are given, they may be really brilliant. They may be as true as it gets, as true as it fits into words, very, very close. But the dilemma is that in the place where you carried your question, there have been so many tensions, and at the root of it, something that wasn't looked into. And then in that place of tensions, you feed an answer, then you carry that answer with you. And when the answer was good, when you like it, when you understand it, then you want to apply this answer, you want to do it, you want to live like this. So instead of the question, you have the answer as the new burden to deal with. So really, really, really good answers, they just erase the question, they take the question away, so that there is an open space in the questioner, in the person who came with that tension of needing to know a certain thing, how to do it, what to do, how long to practice, how to practice, to achieve a certain something that supposedly isn't here, and so on. So when an answer or a guidance is good, it creates that open space in the questioner. And that takes courage, because what's an open space? An open space is also a not knowing, really not knowing, being here right now, being vulnerable, receptive, and not to know what the hell is any of this about. And to breathe into that, to expand your consciousness into that, to feel how you feel in this moment. That is most probably one of your best answers you can get. Because only in the middle of this moment can anything reveal that is really truly useful or beneficial or even enlightening to you. It's like you are chasing yourself with the questions, and actually only you are the answer. And when you feel into this, you are the answer. Whether in these words or in your own words or in a different way, you may sense, you may feel that, yeah, there's a truth in that. And what does that mean? You see, as long as we look through the mind at things, we're not getting anywhere. There's always another question rising. And there is that ancient habit in all of us, and that is to believe that cause and effect would be reality. Tibetan Buddhism calls this the basic ignorance, and also the basic problem for all our problems and unhappinesses, to believe that cause and effect would be reality. Reality is something much, much bigger, much less graspable. Cause and effect can be grasped and documented in a scientific way in science. But when it's about you, when it's about your heart, your love, your presence, your consciousness, when it's about the essentials, our inner peace, whatever it is, then that thing with the cause and effect is not really working. Or we approach truth, love, peace as if it was either a cause or an effect. So you could say the questions are the cause for the answers, and the answers are the effects of the questions. But even that is not really accurate. And then why are we playing the game? I'm one of the people who play the game both ways. I'm asking experts questions, and I have been giving a lot of answers over time, always hoping, kind of hoping, that the answer takes the question away. The answer opens that space where you begin to go in a resonance with the middle of this moment, which is so vast and unlimited and undefined and unknowable. And it kind of contains everything that we call life. It contains a reflection of the whole cosmos. It contains certainly you, not the you in you in terms of your whole story, because that takes time, a lot of time. And the middle of the moment isn't time, it belongs to eternity. And that is where you meet your answer. That is where you are your answer. That is where you are truth and love, and have been truth and love since forever and eternally. It has never moved, never changed, never come or gone or been hiding anywhere. Being here is not an achievement. It's the simplest. Well, I almost said thing to do, but it's not a thing and we're not doing it. So you see, this is the dilemma with the answer givers. We also have to say a lot of things that are simply not true, but language is very, very, very limiting. And in the middle of this moment is no language. Doesn't exist. Consciousness is here. Perception is here. Joy is here, this very moment. And a certain passion, I feel right now a certain passion in this trying to express the inexpressible. It has helped me to listen to those who have done it for me. So maybe it helps you in the sense of encouraging you to ask your questions, but don't take the answers as the last abode and don't abide anywhere. See if the answer takes the question away. You don't need to bother with neither the question any longer or the answer. Sometimes answers just bring you here. Just open the door to that which can't be said. And you look at yourself. You look at the same world, the same stars, the same sun and moon, the same flowers in your garden or in your flower vase, and you're looking at yourself all the time. So the questions and the answers are a game that we play in a non-serious way to finally end up with nothing, as nothing, celebrating this being here. Thank you for listening.